All right, this will be the second part of the previous lesson 4.5. So the sum of three numbers is 110. Okay, that's the first equation. So the first number I'm going to say is x. I'm going to let y be the second number and z be the third number. So we know that the sum of the three numbers is 110. So if I add x plus y plus z, that's equal to 110. Okay. Then it also says that, let's see, the second number, which is y, is twice as big as the first. So that means y equals 2 times the first number, which is x. Okay, and then the next sentence says the third number, which is z. So z is equal to 3 times the first minus 1/2 the first. So 3 times the first, which is x, minus 1/2 the first, which is, again, minus 1/2 x. So then what we need to do is we need to convert this to a system of equations, but don't forget the equations have to be in standard form. So to write them in standard form, this one's already standard form. So x plus y plus z equals 110. This one is in standard form, so the x is on this side. I'm going to jump it to the other side, which means it's going to become negative. So negative 2x and then plus y. But notice we have no z, but don't forget for matrix you must include a placeholder. So 0z is equal to, in this case we say 0, right? Because we brought the z to the other side. So this is equal to 0. The third equation, if I combine, let's see, it's like saying 3 minus 1/2 is, I'm going to convert this to decimals. It's like saying 3 minus 0.5 is 2.5. And notice they're on this side, so I'm going to bring it to the other. Let me just write it down so you can understand this. So z equals 2.5x. Now, when I jump the 2.5 to the other side, then that becomes negative 2.5x. And then y, we don't have a y, so plus 0y plus z equals 0. Then I'm going to convert this to a matrix. So coefficient of this x is 1, coefficient of y is 1, coefficient of z is 1, and the constant is 110. And then this one is negative 2, 1, 0, 0, and this one is negative 2.5, 0 for y, and 1 for z, and that's equal to 0. Okay, then I'm going to reduce row echelon form, which means I'm going to use a calculator for this. So again, let's press second matrix, right, go up to B. Okay, then press enter, alpha, zoom, and dimensions of this matrix is 3 by 4. So this already entered from the previous problem. Press OK. And then we have the matrix and enter the elements. So I've entered the elements in the matrix. For the sake of time, I pause the video. Okay, so then I'm going to press enter. And it gives me this matrix, which means the first number is equal to, in this case, what's the first number? I noticed a mistake on what I entered on the previous problem. So notice I just corrected that. I had a 0, 1 here instead of having 0 and then the 1 for z here. Okay, so that was a mistake a typo that I did on the calculator. So then we have that the first number is 20, the second number is 40, and the third number is 50. So the first number again is 20. So this is 20, and the second number is 40. And the third number is 50. Okay, and that is the answer to this problem. So I'm going to go to the next page and do that last example. All right, so this is the last example for this lesson. In a mayoral election, the incumbent received 3 times as many votes as her opponent. Altogether, the two candidates received 4,408 votes. How many votes did each candidate receive? So let x represent the incumbent and let y represent the opponent. So let's see how many votes they got each. Okay, so then to get that number, notice that they all combined received 4,408 votes, which means that when it comes to votes, if we add x plus y, so this is for votes, okay, they got a total of 4,408 votes. But then this says that the incumbent received 3 times as many votes as her opponent, which means that we have the opponent is Y, right? Which means what? So in this case, what it means is that X, which is the incumbent, received 3 times the votes of the opponent. Okay. So again, this needs to be in standard form. So I'm going to move the 3 Y's to the other side, which means I'm going to jump them or subtract them. So then this is X minus 3Y is equal to 0. So then we have one equation and the second equation. So let's go ahead and create a matrix for this problem. So coefficient of this X is 1, coefficient of this Y is -3, and the constant is 0. Coefficient of X and Y is 1 and 1, and the constant is 4,408. Okay. Then I'm going to use a calculator for this using reduced row echelon form. So I'm going to go to the calculator next and enter those. First, create the matrix. So second matrix, math, and scroll to B. And then alpha zoom, we need a 2 by 3. So I'm going to change the settings to 2 rows by 3 columns. And then scroll down and enter the elements. So I have entered the elements of this matrix in the calculator. Then I'm going to press enter, and it gives me that the incumbent got 3,306 votes. So 3,306 votes, and the opponent received 1,102. So 1,102 votes, and that's the conclusion for this problem. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the classroom. Bye-bye.